I thank you guys for clicking on this video, man, and watching the other video. And if some of you guys didn't watch the other video, here's the link above there. We were talking about, was the vehicle profitable and was it a sales success? Well, they made a lot of money. They took 39 million and made 100 million. That's a come up. As far as making a lot of units, well, it failed on that. It wasn't the car's fault. It was basically an inside job done by this lady right here. And we'll be talking about what she did in a few minutes. So let's roll right into the video. I'm gonna have to say, man, you guys really know your stuff. That's why in the last video, in the comments section, you guys were just putting down comments after comments. And I came up with the real main reason why this car did not make it. And it's just promotion. But there's three different types of promotion to me. Now, self-promotion, promotion, and then enthusiast promotion. Now, with self-promotion, this car did not have that, meaning that it did not have a 5-speed and at least 400 foot-pounds of torque. Now, if it had those two things, that would have been self-promotion and people would have been talking about it. People from Benz, BMW, car clubs that have been like, wow, the Mercury got this car that's a 5-speed and it got over foot-pounds of torque and this, that, and the third. Had been all in the magazines. That would have been self-promotion if they could have pulled that off. Now, the other one was just regular promotion. I haven't seen this thing in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. I ain't seen this thing on the road ever until 2010 or 9. Now, when I seen it, I was like, oh wow, what is that? Because I am an enthusiast in some kind of way, and I wanted to know what it was. The enthusiast promotion, meaning that if you're in the SEMA shows or you just watching Speed Channel and this, that, and the third, you would have seen the car somehow, some way, and you guys who had the ability to buy that car, they would have traded it back in, we would have retrieved it. So, you know, we just need regular people to just buy the car, and then us, we come in on the slide and pick it up, whip it up, and bring it right back to life. It didn't have good promotion. It didn't have self-promotion. So the only people who were buying this car was true enthusiasts and those who were walking into the Lincoln Mercury dealership. Not a Ford dealership, a Lincoln Mercury dealership. So a majority of guys are going to be a certain demographic or age group that were buying this car at the time, depending on who you are, who you know, and what you were doing at your time of 2003, 2004. So, without further ado, I'm going to let this young lady here speak about her grandfather's legacy of the Mercury brand. And she seems so loving and caring about this brand and wanted to win so much. Listen to her tone when she speaks about this.
Well, Mercury is a very important part of the Ford family heritage, and Edsel Ford, my great-grandfather, started to bridge the gap between Ford and Lincoln. What was happening was a lot of our customers that were coming out of Ford products couldn't afford to go into Lincoln products, and therefore they were going to our competition. Today, Mercury continues to fill that space between Ford and Lincoln, and we continue to bring out new products that will sustain the long and healthy brand. Marauder was originally established in 1963 as an engine package, a performance engine package with 300 and 400 horsepower engines. So the 40th anniversary is about the name. Then in 1969, we actually took the name and put it onto a vehicle. And Mercury at the time was all about comfort and convenience and functionality. And what Marauder brought to the table was V8 power, dual exhaust, rear-wheel drive, interior floor-mounted shifter, all with room for 5 people. And that's key to us today, is bringing back this performance and this functionality with power and substance. What we like to think of it as a modern twist on a classic. We took the vehicle to SEMA show in 1998, and the reaction from the consumers and from the public was incredible. And we came back and we did some research, and the research came back very positive, and we decided to put the car into development. As you can see, this is what we've got. We've got 2003 Marauder.
Here on the BST4 channel, I am not here to bring up people's past. It's not my thing, okay? There's a lot of stress being an executive. Now, number one, you're a female, being an executive in a male-dominated situation, and also your last name is Ford. You've been granted the greatest gift in the world to most enthusiasts, that your last name is Ford. So that comes with a lot of pressures. Now, with a lot of pressures, you want to be very much a successful asset to your family. Not a liability, a successful asset. So there's a lot of stressors that's out there. Number one thing that she messed up is that certain people that are in the company and are aligned in a certain situation, you trying to overtake them. Well, you're going to get screwed. Now, people can be out to get you, and there's a lot of situations, and Carol Shelby said a lot of different things.
Yeah, you know, when you deal with those people back in Detroit, you're dealing with a bunch of slippery Some of it's slimy, you might say, but
we can't quick to judge. But the first thing I'm going to judge this lady on was messing with the Mercury Marauder. That's where I draw the line. I was trying to paint a little scene. I hope you guys can understand that. But now let's get to my man, Blackened Eye 300A. In the comment section, he had mentioned this and I believe him. He said the issue with the car was it was underpowered and not advertised. Elena Ford wanted to take the Mercury into a different direction to appeal to women. This car did not fit that direction, so any excuse to kill this car off was used. That excuse came in 2004 when a pricing mistake on the intake manifolds from Roush was priced way too high and made the project too expensive to continue in 2005. Along with slow sales and almost zero marketing, the plug was pulled on only 11,052 cars between 2003 to 2004 were produced and sold. This information came from Steve Babcock, who was a Marauder project leader during this time. I met him several times at the Marauder related events. Now, I believe this guy 100%. I can see this happening. I don't know what you guys think about it. What do you think about that statement that Black Eye 300A said? And many of you guys had mentioned something like this, but his was more in depth and I really believed his situation there. The whole point is to make money and please the public with a product that we like to buy. And you killed off the Mercury Marauder because you want to make the whole Mercury brand, which is not here anymore, the whole Mercury brand to be a woman's brand. That doesn't work like that. You pick a model to make a woman's car, like the Pinto or the first generation Mustang. They didn't make the whole Ford lineup of women's cars. They just picked a brand, a model, and just said, okay, that's directed to women. So we can actually fund the other cool stuff for the enthusiasts, because there's not too many enthusiasts. It's more just regular folk versus then the enthusiasts. You feel what I'm saying? So the Marauder is for the enthusiasts. And let's say they had the Crown Victoria for law enforcement would help them fund all the other stuff. And you know what I mean? This is how you do it. She should have just worked with the guy and said, hey man, these are priced a little high. Couldn't you do something for us? Hey, look, we'll give you some stock into the Marauder or the company if you can produce a certain amount of these so we can make the car affordable for the people, and then we can, you know, boom, 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 boom. Could have made a deal. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about. We're in America. We're Americans. We trying to make deals. You know what I mean? That's how we roll. So I don't know what the heck happened, man. This is just a bad thing. When I seen this, I say, okay, that makes sense. That's what it is. Carroll Shelby always said what he said, and he is correct, man. There's always internal struggles within the company that will just destroy a brand. And we sit here on the outside and we want to point fingers like, okay, what happened? Oh, it was trash. It was trash. No, it's internally.
I've always said in Detroit, 20% of the people do 80% of the work. And you need somebody to handle politics for you, because if you're out building cars and racing cars, you're always getting shivs in your back. If you're accomplishing anything working with them, you create instant animosity with everybody that's not involved with a program, because everybody that goes to work in Detroit has a dream of working around the performance division, or if they go into the design department, 30 years later they're still designing door handles when they wanted to design a car. So Detroit is full of very bitter people.
It's always internally. Somebody wants to be something and bigger than something. I don't want you to be a part of it. It's like a bunch of suits full of elementary kids inside of these goddamn companies, man. And it just irks the heck out of me, because I'm not a bright guy. And I know what makes it work. And you guys out there know what makes it work. And if we had a chance to be even in that gene pool, we'd have made things just like miraculously dope. But a lot of these people are not car people. And I think that's what it is. They're not enthusiasts at all. They just like and just want to make money, which is great. But you need enthusiasts to keep this thing going versus just being a person with a suit just dictating life and this is what they want. No, we tell you what we want and you make the thing. That's how it goes. Now, this video is not to discredit Miss Elena Ford, by no means of the word discredit, okay? That is basically actually to celebrate her, to let her know that all of us out here who are Americans have been jammed up in certain situations. So for that, we celebrate you and God bless you and yours. Now, let's get back to this here. I went and I got the Maverick drive shaft welded up. This looks sweet. And it's got the weights on them and everything, so we were good on that. We got something from LMR. Let's, you know, if you got a little chance, let's open this joint up. Let's see. Oh, that's a wheel. It's a box inside of a box. All right, let's open up this box. All right, let's see what's up in here. What we got? SVE. Take that off. And all right, this is what we got here. 17 by 10.5, I think it is. So those are the wheels, you know, and I buy, you know, whatever I can get my hands on, you know, that's cheap. If it's dented, I don't give a dang, I just buy it. I'm still helping out the cause for LMR and other situations out there. So, also here, man, I've been doing these springs here. I installed the springs on the Vic in the snow. Oh, there go the springs. Alrighty. So, it's in there. We got it in there. That Moog number is right there. It fits pretty daggone good. Only thing I'm going to do is get new bushings. Because I didn't do it on the other side. Oh, let's keep it real. I lost the other one. God dang it, it's ice out here. You know what I mean? I ain't got one on this side. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get that bushing there. So, man, thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV, man. Hope you guys were enlightened. And we'll see you guys on the next time. We'll be talking about some other stuff and probably get more back to some of these projects in the snow. So, we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, leave you with something with my man, Carol Shelby.
Detroit is full of very bitter people and very jealous people when you come in with an exciting project and they aren't a part of it. But if you build the right thing when the things are unpopular, that's the time to go build something.